welcome to another episode here of the Mike Prince Show. We come to you with all of the insights on the world of HBCUs. Today would be no exception to the rule. We have the master promoter on the other end of the line today, and that is none other than the man himself behind the State Fair Classic, and that's Mr. Al Wash. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. As Don King would say, only in America. Football camps have opened up, and you could never be too premature when it comes time to talking about that State Fair Classic that'll be taking on between Grambling State and Prairie View. So how things shaping up for you on your end?
We ready to kick off. Ticket sales out there. They on sale. You can get tickets at the Ticketmaster at the universities. You can, we ready to go. We done perhaps sold probably a little over 1,000 tickets already. So that's a good sign this early out. So with the things that we have going on, it's going to be a tremendous and the biggest yet.
That sounds always like an awesome plan. Now, the last time you and I got a chance to talk, you were working on some of your entertainment for the pregame. Are you wrapped up with that right now? Can you give us a sneak peek who we might have in store?
We're going to have Seventh Streeter performing at 2:00 on the Chevy stage right outside the Cotton Bowl steps. And then after the game, it's the first time we've done an after-game concert. We're going to have Morris Day and the Time.
Morris Day and the Time will be on time for the 2018 version of the State Fair Class. That sounds all right to me, sir. Now, are they gonna do the bird and everything? You gonna do the bird with us, brother Al?
Oh, we gonna get down, and this is one of the most unique events when you talk about classic games. This is the world's largest fair. The world's largest fair. You have two concerts, 7th Streeter before, Morris Day and the Times after. You have the automobile show. You can go see the new automobiles. You can ride. You can get your turkey legs. You can get anything that you want out there and be there all day from 9 a.m. in the morning to 12 midnight.
Well, it's always a fun-filled event, and it keeps things going right along. Now, of course, there's been some administrative moves on the Prairie View A&M University side of things, but that doesn't stop your ball from rolling at all, does it?
No, that has no bearings on this game at all. You got to think about it. I've been promoting this game for 40 years, and it was a long time that I never had the same football coach, the athletic director, or president. I never had the same one 2 years in a row. So it's no bearing on us because at the type of money they take home, they're pleased. It's Prairie View biggest payday. It's Grambling biggest payday. Everybody thinks Grambling biggest payday is the Bayou Classic. That's not so. This is a good payday for Grambling. When they take out all their expenses to go to the Bayou Classic and be there for the 4-5 days and take the entourage that they taken and the other things that are going on, they bring home more money on this game than the Bayou Classic.
Well, that's always an intriguing factor and a motivator to make sure that everything is lined up and ready to go for that State Fair Classic. Now, what is it that makes this game and this event so unique that it draws people from all over, not just from the Louisiana area and the Texas area, but people come from California, Oklahoma, all over. What is it that's special that makes this a draw?
Well, we try to say it's the city of Dallas and the way we treat people.
Okay. Okay.
And we give you so much to do to where it's like being in a New Orleans, being in a Super Bowl, being wherever you want to be. There's a parade on Friday. There's a golf tournament on Friday morning. There's other things that, every club is special. Everything is going on, that particular weekend. and we treat everybody. We welcome everybody to the city of Dallas, and we try to treat everybody comfortable.
Yes, sir. Now, this game is a huge magnet, and it draws no matter what's going on around you. People schedule themselves around this game and this event to come and draw. And I know in the times past there have been rumblings and grumblings that why not make this game be on television and do this, that, and the other. How do you feel about that personally, about the game possibly being broadcast on television?
Well, I mean, TV is always a good thing if it's something financially beneficiary for the two universities. If there's no money into it for the university, why take a chance on hurting the gate attendants and people to stay in their hotel or stay at home, than to come out where the university can take home more money? When the games start being televised, the Bayou Classic, I haven't been back to a Bayou Classic since the second year it's been on TV. I'd rather sit at home, me personally now. I'd rather sit at home than to go fight all that traffic, the hotel, jack the rates up in New Orleans. I mean, it's just, you can just come out, and that's the difference. You can get reasonable rates on hotels. You can get, you don't have to worry about spending no thousands of dollars. I mean, and we've had people already ordering tickets from as far away as Connecticut right now.
Yes, that's very impressive. Now, let me play devil's advocate with you, Brother Al. People say, well, those who are going to go to the game, they're going to go to the game, whether it's televised or not, and the money will still be made. What is your answer to that? I know you say you personally stopped going to the Bayou Classic because it was on television, but maybe that was another person say, well, thanks for the seat, Al, and I'll take your ticket.
Well, I think we all conscious of weather. It is an outdoor stadium. If we were in a dome stadium, I would say, let's bring it on. But due to the fact that we outdoors, I personally feel like it would hurt the attendance. We got a long ways for selling it out. We know we'll be over 65,000 people this year, but, the stadium holds 94,000. If it was Texas and Oklahoma, that game's on TV. The alumni from Texas and OU, they buy up all the tickets where the general public can't buy a ticket. Now, if we had those type of supporters at a Grambling and a Prairie View, where the alumni, which we are big at Prairie View and Grambling, it should be that all the alumni should buy up all the tickets, and we wouldn't have a problem. We wouldn't be talking about why we're not on TV.
Yes, sir. So get to take care of the tickets first and let the TV part come second.
That's the way I feel about
it. Yes, sir. We're talking with Al Wash right now, promoter of the State Fair Classic, going into this will be year 40 or 41, Al?
This is year 41 for me.
41, and it doesn't get old for you at all, does it?
No, it's something new. Anytime you're dealing with university kids, and you have to, keep everything focused on creating new things. The fair's creating new things to keep people keep coming back to the fair. I mean, what place can you do fried butter, fried beer, fried anything fried? They have fried Jello. I mean, you got to keep everything fresh. And the most intriguing thing is more of a competitive football game now.
Yes,
sir. You don't know who's gonna win, and I think Grambling Knights are gonna come out stronger because Prairie View have that the coach came from Grambling, and I think that they know, a lot about him, and his recruiting, from what I hear, has been tremendous at Prairie View. So if it's and that's how way you win. You don't win that Saturday night on the field. You win by starting recruiting. And I think he had from what they tell me, he's had a tremendous year of recruiting, and he's ready to play.
Yes,
You
sir.
know.
Yes, sir. Coach, you talking about Coach Eric Dooley and Roderick Fobbs representing Grambling. So it's going to be a very intriguing year this year for the State Fair Classic. Now, you know that like you just said, they say there are whispers and rumblings that perhaps in a few years Grambling might want to leave the Southwestern Athletic Conference and go toward another conference. Do you see that having an impact on this game?
No, I don't see it. Let's look at Jackson State and Tennessee State. I think Tennessee State is in the Ohio Valley, and Jackson State is in the SWAC, and they still playing the game, and it has no impact on them.
Okay.
So it's still historically black colleges, and and I think that with what's happening with the black colleges, I think it's going to be more publicity out there. The HBCU Hall of Fame museum has been moved to Canton, Ohio.
Yes.
So now Canton, Ohio is going out to do a classic football game starting in 2019. So when you have people like the NFL Hall of Fame who kicks off the Hall of Fame NFL, I think when they're going after games like this, that's a plus.
Yes, sir.
That's a plus.
Now, it's a plus, but could it also be a curse to those who have birthed this thing since its conception to possibly being squeezed out?
When you said those who have birthed the game, meaning you mean the universities or the promoters?
The promoters in particular, because everybody, the big corporations come about and they say, oh, this is a grand old thing here. And they start throwing all these promises around and everybody starts gravitating toward the new kid on the block. And they forget the ones who helped sustain them when no one else was even paying attention.
Well, a lot of times people say they water is colder than our water. They ice is colder than our ice. But one thing that I learned by being in this business for so long and doing different type of promotions, is something when these games are more than just going to the radio station. Pace Management out of Houston had the game before I picked it up. I took it from 17,000 to where it is today. So I don't think nobody have the more hands-on with marketing than my team here in my office and doing what they doing. And I have a bunch of young people who have their ears to the ground and they know how to keep the interest, which, the TV people, yeah, they can, make it look good on TV. But those games that they have on TV now, look at what's in the stands. They don't even show the stands because they don't want people to see the attendance.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Even the bowl games at the end of the year. Look at what's happening with the bowl games.
You're right.
I mean, they're not doing what they would like to be doing, but and they got enough bowl games out there, so they don't need to be going after HBCU.
Well, I'm you're not getting an argument out of me. I'm just, speaking from both sides because that is, the buzz. It's like everyone gravitates to what they think is the hot thing right now. But sometimes it's not about being hot. It's about being slow and steady and staying with what got you here.
Well, our attendance since Katrina has been growing every single year from 2,000 to 3,000 people a year. And that's when you say slow and keep it on track, you know. So we knew our attendance dropped down to the mid 20s, and it didn't grow back up to where it is and close to the 6,000 people range right now overnight. Katrina was a long time ago.
Yes, sir.
So, it's something that we had to build in order to get it back to where it is today, and we still building. We still, we're not doing the same thing every single year. My staff have been having meetings year round on this game. So if we talk about it, we talk to the university, we listen to what students want, we listen to what the university, what the fans, and we try to get the people what they want.
Yes, sir. That's why you got Mars Day in the time coming, baby. And I might have to pull out my old silk suit, man, and make sure I can be there on time.
Oh man, I'm gonna be on stage doing the bird.
Well, you do the bird, and I'll just bring the mirror. How about that? We're talking right now with Al Wash, promoter of the State Fair Classic. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for football, and it's time to be talking about the State Fair Classic right now, because in week 5, it'll be here before you know it. And at that time, Prairie View would have had 5 games underneath their belt, and Grambling would have 4 underneath their belt. And it's a lot of undercurrents going on with this year. Coach Eric Dooley representing Prairie View, and of course, Coach Roderick Fobbs representing the Grambling State Tigers. You always put on a great production, Brother Al, and I appreciate what you do from this end. And at this time, we want to give you an opportunity to let people know how they can get their tickets and information, and give you some closing thoughts and comments.
You can definitely get your tickets at any Ticketmaster location, online, at the universities, Grambling and Prairie View, wherever they are, in their ticket office or the bookstores. Even at Prairie View, the nursing department in Houston. So there's places that you can get your tickets pretty much anywhere, online, or go to an outlet. And the thing that I'd have to say is that I appreciate you, because you're the first person that always called me, and you up on top of the game of sports and football. Tonight is the NFL game. and a lot of people, don't realize football season is here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, and you're right. It will come around so quick before you know it, and it'll be right up on you. So I want everybody to support, and I don't care if you support a game in Houston, New Orleans, Memphis, support a school. All the alumni who ears are on this here, our season ticket pass. Even if you're going to just use one ticket, come out and support. That's the only way these schools are going to keep putting teams on the field, is by raising money and being able to keep these kids in school and giving them scholarships. And the one thing that I said is that we've been proud of what, the university has walked away out of Dallas, Texas, and with a paycheck, a large paycheck. And we're going to continue to make that grow. And until I hit $500,000 that each school will walk away, I'm not going to stop promoting the game until that happens. And I think we're on track for it.
Well, that is some exciting information, always good news, and we appreciate your thoughts and towards our direction, sir, very, very much. He is the man, Al Wash of the State Fair Classic in Dallas, Texas, where is the show amongst all shows. I am the radio guy, the Dr. Mike Prince. As always, we thank you guys so much for being a part of our adventures here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Remember to follow me on Twitter at Radio Guy. Instagram is Radio Guy 22. The website is obnradio.com. And in the Prairie View community, check us out at 87.9 FM. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.